Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. This is still the Darkshrine League. This is still our Duelist. And we are still on our way to Dominus. Ice Crash, yes, still has the same configuration. I didn't manage to roll a body armor with 4 linked red sockets. I'm still working on that, and I really don't have the crafting materials to keep chancing it. So I decided to take the knockback out of Frostblades for now and put Fortify in that, so I can just passively provide that way until I get some more materials to actually just work on rolling a proper body armor with 4 linked red sockets, or until I find one. That's also very possible. Until then, we're just gonna work with what we got. I mean, Frostblades is very nice as well. It provides full damage, and it's not as fiddly as Fortify itself. My main problem with Vigilant Strike is if you miss, you can't apply Fortified until the cooldown expires. So it's a nice temporary skill, but it's not a permanent solution. And it's not a reliable solution, which is my biggest beef with it. So we have a combination of just doing ice crashes to keep the endurance charges up, some frostblades to keep the fortified status up, and that works beautifully to kill monsters and not die in the process. And killing monsters and not dying in the process is exactly what my goal is for the fight against Dominus. Yet another full plate with 4 sockets, but they're not linked. And you can spend a lot of crafting materials on trying to get them linked. And very often you won't succeed, but you do spend a lot of crafting mods. Okay, open the door. We go in. Scepter of God.
Climb the tower, kill the Mad King. Just like the stories my mum used to write.
Climb the tower and kill the Mad King. That's a pretty apt description. That's a lot of things. So happy that mana is not an issue right now. That I have enough regen to basically sustain all the abilities, so I don't need to drop a Herald of Ash, for example. Because that's, at this point that's probably the one that would go, because fire damage is not my primary concern. It's nice, but it's not my primary concern. And the cold synergies for Herald of Frost seem good enough to warrant keeping it. Ooh, some books. And I open it. Let's see what is in here. That looks like a lot. Cast Ice Nova. It freezes me when activated. Contains additional items, 3 extra levels, and it's guarded by a stream of monsters. Okay, that doesn't seem very good. Let's put up one of these and then get frozen. And after that we retaliate by just blowing everybody up. Did lose quite a bunch of life there. But it was pretty gradual, and there was a lot of monsters doing a lot of damage at the same time. Also, there's some things behind the door. Let's remedy this problem, shall we? Sweet crafting bots. I like them. Also means that the extra level on the strongbox thing wasn't really useful, because scrolls don't really have a level. Level might influence drop rates of the different things, but I'm not too certain of that. Hello there, yellow chimera. How are you doing today? Right, so there is a limit to how much mana I can spend. Probably means I shouldn't be chain casting Ice Crash quite so often. And that's potentially useful. 12 to 48, that's pretty decent damage. The elemental damage on it is also pretty decent. +1 to socket ability. This is not a bad weapon. 21% increased physical is a bit on the low side, but the rest definitely not too shabby. We keep moving, keep killing, keep looking for the staircase. Also, Kaliga, the Imperatrix. She didn't really make it. Staircase, yes. Oh, Fortify leveled up. Let's see, how many skill points do I still need before I have the big unlock? Let's see, this one gives me extra fortify duration and effects. This gives 20% extra armor. That's the big win here. And more physical damage, of course, but 20% armor is the nice win. Because it's yet another way of stacking armor. Which means more physical resist, which means a better chance of staying alive. That's it. And that's a 4-link arena plate. Hallelujah. Okay, let's have a look. Extra armor, extra life regen. So equipping it would mean losing a little bit of stun recovery and a little bit of lightning resist, but I'm massively over resisting that. So there's no problem in that. Okay, let's switch the moment I get to the waypoint. Let's not interrupt this flow too much. But that means Fortify is on my Ice Crash. Gonna make Ice Crash even more expensive. Then again, also don't need to cast it as often. And I don't need to alterate with the frostblades anymore, which is pretty nice. I can just use all the attacks that I want rather than needing to alternate between two and then picking the item the attacks I want. Upper staircase I've got, that means there is a waypoint here. I suppose it's a good thing I found the waypoint, the staircase already. Okay, came from there, that one's there, then the waypoint's probably in a completely different direction on the level. Meaning it's probably gonna be somewhere around here. Yeah, there's a bunch of them, that's murderizer. Especially things like this, you just instantly want to apply the Fortify together with the endurance charges. You don't want to have to pick which one to do first. So let's spend a little bit of time to upgrade this. So colors are good, links are good, that's fine. That means we can apply all of these, and I can't actually rarefy it afterwards, can I? No. Okay. The nice thing is if we stack all of these perfectly. It actually has more armor, and we don't really lose a lot, so that's perfect. 47 becomes 49% armor reduction. Ice Crash and Fortify. Oh yeah, 21 mana, that's not even too bad. Oh, let's reclaim the effect and just make ourselves look pretty again.
Ask away.
We no longer need the old item, we can might as well just sell the other ones. Let's repair. I need to fiddle too much with skills to make it work, I think. Also that means I can actually take the Vigilant Strike out. Yeah, I never really cared for that gem anyway, it's just a placeholder for the Fortify thingamajig. That one in. So we have 2 spare slots. We have Herald of Ice and a Leap Slam. Let's see. Multiple projectiles, Frostblade, we can just put knockback back on. For now, just put stun in with the Leap Slam, then we just stun people. Alternatively, it would be to work it into this setup to make it even easier to stun things, but yeah, what would be the fun in that? Also, if you put Riposte in, like so. Okay, yeah, because the Herald of Ice is not really affected, but with Riposte. Yeah, it has a chance to stun enemies on hit, which is better than nothing happening, I suppose. Okay, so everything is still set up correctly. Yep. Okay, let's venture forth. Double check, yeah. So I'm fiddled with skills, so that means some of them might fall off. In this case, Herald of Ice moved around a bit. My mana is still highly reserved, so that means I got my clarity still up. Also, I'm missing some Darkshrines. There's a distinct lack of Darkshrines over here. So, Ice Crash is doing pretty good here. Rhyme Pulse Blood. That doesn't sound very healthy. Well, did drop Mesh Gloves. So what's the Fortify? It increases melee physical damage. That's not a bad thing to stack with Ice Crash, actually. I didn't realize it synergized so well. So this now does insane damage. Makes it easier to stun, makes it easier to apply the endurance charges. So actually, this might make the skill even better than I had expected. It's always good when there's unexpected synergies that make good combinations even greater.
My spirit is spent.
Also, Mana Leech might be useful to put on somewhere. Actually, speaking of putting it on somewhere, that would probably be the next thing to go for, skills-wise. Go for the Mana Steel wheel that I've avoided so far, to pursue the bonus to Fortify instead. But on my previous Duelist, the Mana Steel wheel, let me actually show you, that's this one. That one's actually the thing that sustained my mana on that character, and here I just accidentally stumbled into Clarity as a very good solution to the mana problem. Well, leveling up Clarity might help as well, I suppose. We're just increasing my mana pool slightly. That's one of the nice things about Path of Exile. There's always multiple solutions to a practical problem, such as how do I manage to cast my skills more often? Or how do I not drain my mana pool instantly whenever I cast my favorite skills? Notice this is going pretty well. Might be useful to at least double once. Probably should just murderize a bit more of the groups here before taking the next staircase. Do I actually suspect this might be the last level already? We got plenty of time remaining, so let's do a more thorough clear until I get those last 2.5 XP bubbles filled. Hello? Wanna jump up? Yes, thank you. Okay, then we run over here. Next corner of people. Storage place where you find the Scion, the last of the classes. I think it's still the case that you have to unlock the Scion as an advanced class before you can actually play her. And as such you have to basically make it here. Which is a nice thing actually. The Scion is it's a class that offers a lot of choice. And it's nice that you have to work for it a little bit. Let's see, armor, energy shield, yeah, you can go. You're faster, nothing is more intimidating on the battlefield than a wall of arrows. That sounds slightly ominous. Is that a archer boss of some sort that's now unleashed? Monsters fire 4 additional projectiles. But it does increase rarity and item count a little bit as to compensate for that. It does mean things get scary. Wow, that's a lot of Arctic breaths. Faster attacks. We level up and we get Rampart. Oh wait, I need one more. Okay, not gonna get a full level, that's too bad. And I don't really feel like grinding through more content. So, we will be facing Dominus with that last little bitty of skill not there. It's gotta be just a small percentage of armor. Currently at 48% resistance. And already gotta get a lot of plus bonuses, so it's not gonna be a full 20% bonus on top. Might be more closer to 10%, so that's gonna be 1 or 2% reduction on average. Let's do
Welcome
this.
to the greatest of arenas, Duelist. God is watching.
Hello there. Oh, monsters fire 4 additional projectiles. This counts as part of the same level. That's freaking hilarious. Also, give me my loot. To say, this is fun. And also, I happen to just accidentally disable my Herald of Ice because I put it on 5. I shouldn't have done that. Still have it in my habit to every once in a while just click 5 to apply a Vigilant Strike, which is of course is no longer there. Okay, Kali, stop being so frantic. Orcus the Reaver, yeah, sure. Here,
have you ever seen
out.
the true face of God, Exile?
Hello. Yeah, let's not touch me, mister. No matter how godly you think you are.
The light of divinity!
Here, bugger off. stacking the endurance charges. Okay, I'm just gonna hide items, make them completely non-distracting.
The touch of God!
That hurts a bit. To say, all these defensive skills just stacking up the bazoo. It works. It works. This guy feels tankier than my usual Templar tank builds. And he's not even using a proper shield. Also, just managed to get to Dominus without actually too much issues. Oh, let's stack our defensive buffs again. Pretty hard to stun this fella, by the way. But still, it's working. Good charges. Oh wait, that's not good. Those are not good charges. Those are bad charges. Dead and deader.
I think we're even now, High Templar.
Got a number of rares. Field lamellar, lordly plate, gladiator helmet. Gladiator helmet's not a bad one actually. It's a lot of armor on it. Life regen, fire and cold resist. This is probably going to be my next helmet. It also has 3 sockets rather than only 2. So it's a pretty good upgrade over that one.
I believe in traveling light.
Let's see, can we be a bit more creative with this? We can. Excellent. Hello there, Lady Diala. Find the exit to Act 4. That's such a in-game level appropriate way to say that you've made it. But that was Dominus. So actually we've now made it further than the previous Duelist.
Time in the mountains. What could be
Redeemed
more
ourselves. So that's good. It's very good. So now it's time to celebrate. And next episode we're gonna liberate Act 4. Well, at least the first part of it. So thank you once again very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.